But just take a look at this!
Resident Evil.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
So we all know what Resident Evil is. Probably the most important survival horror franchise. Alone in the Dark was the pioneer that arguably created this subgenre, along with a fantastic mustache. Silent Hill went in a more interesting and psychological direction, and also gave a lot of people depression. Which is normal, but just like Doom did for FPS games, Resident Evil popularized the genre, and would eventually perfect it with its fantastic remake. We'll get to it later. It even coined the name, survival horror. Somehow, this goofy-ass game spawned the most successful horror franchise ever.
Whoa! What is it?
Whoa! What? Oh! Oh no! Well, I'm really sorry. Are you alright?
Yes. You're pitiful.
The creator of Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami, is a self-proclaimed scaredy cat. He wanted to make a game that would be scary for him. It was originally supposed to be a remake of some old and cool game called Sweet Home. But then he looked at Alone in the Dark and took inspiration from this. The fixed cameras, the pre-rendered backgrounds, the way you aim and shoot, an inventory system, weird puzzles, nodes that help you solve said puzzles, the tank controls. If you don't know what tank controls are, it's when your character doesn't know how to strafe left or right. You should try it in real life, it's very convenient. Shinji Mikami basically took all of these gameplay elements that Alone in the Dark introduced and made a far better version of that. Far better. But that all happened like 80 years ago. Most people don't really think about that. When most people think of Resident Evil, they think about the Giga Chad Leon,
Bingo?
Chris's boulder fetish, the hillbilly family, the really big MILF vampire. They usually think about these things and not about the original games. When they do think about the originals, they think about the goofy stuff, like pretty much all of the dialogue.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry, it gets much worse, which is good because it's funny. When people talk about the old games, they either talk about how important they are in gaming history, which is definitely true, or they really focus on the gameplay. But what about the story? What the heck is going on in this weird game? Yeah, it's about killing zombies in a spooky mansion, and someone buying an umbrella or something, but what exactly happens? Well, the original trilogy was finally released on GOG, so now I can finally play it without emulation or having to buy a PS2 for $200. I don't actually know if that's cheap or not, but I don't wanna do it. We're gonna pick Jill. She has the better memes. We'll play as Chris when we get to the remake. I think that will be more interesting. Don't worry, we're gonna see a lot of Chris in the later games.
No.
For now, it's Jill sandwich time. Yes, there will be a lot of memes here. In 1998, on a dark, cold night, some strange things happened. The citizens of Raccoon City are being attacked by strange people. Not just attacked, they were eaten. Could it be a group of cannibals? Or, okay, it's zombies. Of course it's zombies, but let's pretend we don't know that yet. So in this universe, there's a special police squad named STARS. They're basically cops, but somehow more special. STARS' Bravo team was sent to investigate these bizarre killings, but they disappeared. So now they sent Alpha Team, which is where we come in.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
As they investigate, something begins to attack them. Yes, the dialogue and voice acting is very cheesy and goofy, probably on the same level as the masterpiece of our time, The Room.
Joseph!
No! Don't!
You're tearing me apart!
Joseph!
I'm going to make fun of it, a lot, but know that I'm not laughing at the voice actors themselves. They seem like cool people. The game is Japanese, so I'm sure they talk in this weird and exaggerated way because the people who wrote the script got a bad translation. You'll see what I mean. Look at them playing the game. That's wholesome. The dialogue is funny and terrible, yes, but you know what? If I put myself in the shoes of someone playing it for the first time in 1996, I can see how this could be scary. It has a slasher movie vibe, which wasn't so overdone at that point, I think. You can't tell exactly what's attacking you. It's not visible like in the remake. All you know is that it's dangerous and you need to run. Now. Especially since your dumbass helicopter pilot abandons all of you because he's a big chicken chip. You spot some kind of mansion in the middle of this forest, so you run inside to take shelters from the monsters. It's actually chilling and tense, but then you get this cool, rock, out of place cutscene. Yeah, woo, yeah!
Chris Redfield.
Chris is only 25 years old here, woo! Jill is 23.
Barry Burton.
Yeah, Barry! If you don't know who Barry is, then don't worry. That will change soon enough. If you don't know who Rebecca is, then you still won't know. Because she only appears if you play as Chris. Yeah, Johnny Bravo! I mean, Duke Nukem! I mean, Wesker! Yeah, let's go!
Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
I love this dialogue so much. It's so campy.
Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this.
Handle what? They're the ones going to investigate. Okay, this is something I never understood. How? How? Tell me how Chris got separated from them. They supposedly walked inside at the same time, right? Did a zombie drag him away as soon as he entered the mansion? Or did he just run ahead without telling anyone? I thought he only became stupid in RE6 and Village, but I guess not.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood.
Oh really? I couldn't tell.
Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
It's not his blood, and what do you mean, examine this? You don't have any forensic tools or anything like that. Are you just gonna investigate with your fingers? Whatever, I'll go look for clues. This franchise has so many cool and insane enemies. There's a lot of variety. We'll meet all of them later. But all of it started here. Everything began with this one creature. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the first zombie. Ooh, this is iconic. This is the purest example of a survival horror game. Enemies don't drop anything when killed, and they deal a lot of damage, so it's usually better to run away and not waste your ammo. Especially when there's a big, strong man who can take care of it for us.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this.
Ah, I want a cool magnum too.
What is it?
They go back to Wesker, but uh-oh, he's gone.
Wesker!
You know what? Let's just leave them, Barry. Let's go outside, you and me. Oh right, there are killer dogs outside. Though I'm sure Jill and Barry can just shoot them. They're not nearly as bad as what's waiting for us inside. We search around, but he's nowhere to be found. Our pilot abandoned us. Some of our team got killed, Chris disappeared, and now Wesker is missing as well. So of course they decide to split up instead of sticking together, but before they do, Barry utters these magic words.
Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Now we actually start playing the game, so let's talk about how Jill is way better than Chris. At least if you don't want a big challenge. When you play Resident Evil for the first time, you pick Jill Valentine. Let me illustrate my point with a joke. Hey Chris, wanna hear a joke? Okay. 8 slots in your inventory. A lockpick that doesn't take place in the inventory. No ink ribbons on your first playthrough, meaning you can save whenever you want. Really early access to powerful weapons. And Barry can kill the first zombie for you. And in general, he's just a peach to have around. I don't get it. Exactly. You don't get it. You will never get it. You only have 6 slots in your inventory. Jill has a lockpick because she's the
master of unlocking.
But you have to find small keys, which are a one-time use item that do take place in the inventory. You have to use ink ribbons and typewriters, which is an item that allows you to save your game. So if you wanna save and you don't have it, sucks to be you. You have to wait quite a long time until you get a powerful gun. And the worst part for you is that you do not have my man Barry with you. You have Rebecca, and yes, she's a cutie, but not as cute as the bear man. And yes, this is the game that started the limited inventory trend. What's cool about it is how you can rotate any object and sometimes find clues. Is this the symbol from Berserk? By the way, I know we all love these door animations, but they're tedious and you can skip them in this version. Okay, that's enough gameplay stuff. Let's get back to the goofy story. So Jill starts investigating and oh, dark jump scare. I think it's the first effective jump scare in gaming. Remember how I said that Jill finds powerful weapons early? We continue on and find a shotgun, which is good. But as we leave, the ceiling tries to crush us, which is bad.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill is just casually standing there, like she's not about to die horribly. But it's okay. The alpha male comes and saves us.
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research?
Yeah, he's doing so much research by just staring at the blood. He's not a scientist, Jill.
Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
So Barry is being kind of suspicious, even though he just saved us, and thanks to him, we got this awesome shotgun. Normally, you need to find a broken shotgun and replace it with the one we took, so that the ceiling won't turn you into a jiggle sandwich or whatever he said. The shotgun is pretty much essential if you want to get those sweet headshots. Just aim upwards at their general direction and boom. Ooh, that's always satisfying. The Resident Evil games are really good with headshots. We find the first save room, which is where we can rest and save the game. There's no enemies here. It's kind of like the room in SH4, but without a giant hole in your bathroom. There's an item box here, which magically appears in every save room. It's not infinite, but it can store a lot of items. You can't really get rid of an item you picked up. You can't just put it down on the floor. That's an exclusive ability to RE0. So whenever you have something you currently don't need, you can just put it here. I wish I had a box like that. I would put some people in there. Wait, can Jill climb inside the box? If she does that, will she be able to come out in other save rooms? Because the box appears in all of them, so it's kind of like a fast travel system. The save rooms are famous for their calm, relaxing music. On the other hand, I didn't remember how spooky the rest of the soundtrack is. After solving some puzzles, we meet Barry again.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first.
What do you mean it's dangerous? Besides the save rooms, it's literally the safest place in this fucking mansion. There's not a single enemy here. Not one. Oh, and of course they want to split up again, because they are very smart.
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment.
Barry gives us some acid rounds that we can use with a bazooka, which we will find shortly. And then he says,
It's really powerful, especially against living things.
especially against living things? No shit! Is he really trying to hint that I should use it against the zombies? Does he think I'm so stupid that I won't be able to figure out what to do with a fucking bazooka?
So I don't understand. Are you saying that I'm stupid?
Just a moment.
We find it here. Oh no. Blood. Oh no. It's Forrest. Oh my god. He's dead. I was so attached to this random character. Well, thanks for the bazooka. Despite how goofy everything looks and sounds, especially by today's standards, the game can still mess with you. It is the father of survival horror after all. There is something very creepy about having music in the background for long periods of time, then you go to a new location and... quiet. Silence. You don't know what to expect. Then you hear the footsteps. The mansion is full of these moments. You don't just feel stressed because you might not have enough ammo to deal with the next enemy. You feel stressed because you don't know what that enemy will be and where it's going to come from. It's beautiful. Like Alone in the Dark, Resident Evil likes putting you in dangerous situations. I already talked way too much about these weird games, but basically, in the Forever Alone games, you could walk into a new area and immediately die because the floor collapsed, or because a Lovecraftian being is about to swallow you. Resident Evil isn't as dickish, but it also hates you. There was the Jill sandwich part, which is a classic trap. You try solving a puzzle, and a bunch of crows start pecking you. If you don't push these statues over the holes, you will die from farts or something. If you walk next to this hole, a plant tentacle will choke you and suck your blood at the same time. Jill finds a diary, zombie jump scare. Jill finds a diary that gives us more insight into whatever the hell is going on in this place. We were so focused on survival that we didn't stop to think about why all of this is even happening. As expected, there was some kind of infection and people started turning into zombies. It's a Resident Evil game, duh. But apparently, the process was kind of slow. So they had time to write about how they are itchy and have a craving for doggy food. Zombies like to eat food that was made for dogs. It's a useless detail that will never come up again, but it adds so much charm and character to this place. It's so iconic, they made a whole movie about it. It's like 12 minutes, but still. The original actor who played Chris is playing as the dude who wrote this diary. We get to see how he acquired his taste for doggy food. It's really cool seeing this little side story. You should watch it. And yes, they show the part where he writes, itchy, tasty. It's very wholesome.
Fever gone.
but itchy. Today, hungry. And eat doggy food.
Wait, so if I had some dog food, could I throw it to distract the zombies? We eventually find someone from Bravo team who is still alive. His name is Richard, and he has the best dialogue ever.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
I love this game. Richard was bitten by a big snake, so we go back to get him an antidote, because
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ouch!
we're about to save him, but he dies anyway. Whatever, we'll see him again in the remake. A really nice feature is how the game tells you that an item isn't needed anymore, and gives you the option to throw it away, instead of keeping it and letting it collect dust in your inventory. Also, here's the snake, the very first boss of the franchise. He can poison you as well, ouch, but we use the bazooka, which is very powerful, especially against living things. The snake can't handle these explosions, so it runs away. Yan.
Am I poisoned?
Yes. Jill collapses and is about to die, but gets rescued by a very mysterious figure. It's Barry. Of course it's Barry. He put her back in the safe room, cured her poison, and even healed her to full health. He's so modest that he didn't want her to thank him, so he left. What a great guy. Very trustworthy. We find a few crests, which we place here, which then opens a door and allows us to leave the mansion area. Who designed this place? Remember Brad, the helicopter pilot who abandoned us and made Chris say, "No! He decided to come back and calls us. I guess he felt bad for leaving his teammates to die.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody, answer me. This is
Brad? Brad!
He's nearby, but the signal is bad, so he can't hear us. Jill eventually discovers an entrance to some house. There's also giant spiders, because why not? We've got spiders, bees,
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
dogs, and even sharks. Resident Evil games really like it when you fight twisted animals. There's even monkeys at some point. Oh, the monkeys. I like how there's literally man-eating sea monsters chasing you, but the background music is the most relaxing thing ever. We can make them suffer and jump around by flushing down the water, and they will stay like that until the end of the game. So there's this plant creature that's been harassing us throughout the game. It's called Plant 42, and of course, like everything in this fucking place, it got infected and mutated by whatever virus was unleashed here. There's a note about how you can use a specific combination of chemicals to destroy it. If you solve this annoying-ass puzzle, you can get into this place and find these chemicals. Or, you know, you can just shoot it. I don't need science to defeat you, bitch.
Ouch!
Oh, okay. I don't need no chemicals to beat you. I have this. Did you know? It's powerful, especially against living things. Let go. I don't want to do hentai with you.
What the hell is this? Jill!
Yeah, no. Don't mind me. Just walk slowly while it's choking me to death. Barry uses a flamethrower to put the plant down, once and for all. the plant disintegrates, and we get more of that sweet verbal exchange.
You saved me!
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Wait until we get to the later games, you'll be even more confused.
Okay. I'm gonna stay in the soldiers' area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
When he says there are things in the mansion, it's the game's way of telling you to go back and explore. Because this is a Resident Evil game, so there's backtracking. Before we go back though, we find our captain, Wesker, who is just a random dude with nothing special about him.
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I love their random gestures and movements. It doesn't match to what they're saying at all.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
What about finding Chris?
Yes, you're right.
No, not you too. You're just gonna leave Chris alone?
Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay.
So Wesker leaves to go somewhere. What was he shooting anyway? Bees. Giant bees. We go back inside the mansion, and this is where the game says, "Oh ho ho, you've had your fun. Now die." Oh hello little fellow, look at you, you fuck! Who do you think you are? Yeah, they're not fucking around. These are the hunters, and I really like how they're introduced in first person. I also like the fact they know how to open doors. A lot of the zombies have been replaced by them, so that's a bit inconvenient. They're faster than the zombies, but they're not too bad, at least until they decide to do that leaping attack that rips your head off. Not this time, you frog monster! We stare at a piano, which makes the snake come back, and I think he has fire breath now. But we have something very powerful. It's actually effective against living things. Speak of the devil.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? Going down to check by yourself. Check by yourself. Check by yourself. I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
I can't do this anymore. This fucking dialogue is so good. And did he really need to emphasize that she needs to go down by herself? You like to split up, I get it. So we go down. Barry, you asshole.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
How?
Barry?
Where?
Barry?
Are they just lying around? He eventually does come back and pulls us out.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
They split up again, because that's the logical thing to do. We go back down, and good thing that Snake made a hole right above a grave with a secret opening. It leads down to an underground passage, which is of course filled with zombies. 2 of them are eating someone, so I'm not gonna disturb them. Actually no, fuck you. Double headshot. Another one is eating. Okay, fine. Interrupting someone's dinner is not cool, so this time I won't. Ah, fuck! Now his dinner is eating me! Because this game has good level design, a lot of the areas loop around each other, so we managed to unlock shortcuts and get back here. Are you still saying it's dangerous to go outside? Are you saying that a few dogs are more dangerous than dozens of zombies and hunters? It's been clear that something's wrong here. Not just because there's weird monsters walking around, but also, why did we come here? What happened to Bravo Team? Why is there a random mansion right where the helicopter abandoned us? Why are we splitting up all of the time?
Let's search for him separately. Let's start searching separately. How about going down to check by yourself? Just a moment.
Why is Barry such a meme machine? It seems too convenient. Well, someone left a note explaining all of it. Top secret. Well, maybe you shouldn't have left it on the table if it's such a big secret. So the whole thing was a setup. The head of the security department, whoever that is, was ordered to lure the STARS members into a lab located inside of the mansion so they would fight the BOWs, which means bioorganic weapon. From what I understand, they're talking about the hunters. Someone wanted them to fight so they could collect combat data to help develop these creatures further and then sell them to the highest bidder. Basically, STARS were used as test subjects, which could be seen as a metaphor for Capcom at the time. They wanted to lure players into their game and gather data to see if they would like it and would want more games like this. Well, players did really like it, and just like the viruses in Resident Evil, these games keep spreading even to this day. But wait, if we were supposed to fight hunters in some kind of lab, why were we fighting them in other places? What about the zombies? They're not considered to be BOWs. It's obvious that whatever virus they had was accidentally unleashed here and infected the people, the animals, and that stupid plant. I hope all of this evidence will stay intact so we could expose it to everyone. Resident Evil is actually great at environmental storytelling. For example, just by looking at this scene, you can imagine what happened. Everyone started getting infected, some dude tried to escape, got cornered, and was eaten to death. But it's not just some dude. He's wearing a lab coat. He's probably a scientist that managed to escape from the lab mentioned in the note. Or maybe it's just some weirdo that stole his coat. We move on and shove a red gem into a tiger's eye, because whoever built this is a weirdo, and finally get a magnum, like Barry. Let's see how powerful it really is. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. We go back outside, take the elevator down here, and use this secret passage. Calling it a secret feels kind of redundant at this point. Everything is a secret passage in this fucking place. We arrive at an underground tunnel, where we meet the master of memes himself.
Oh, Jill. What good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Yeah, it's so dark with all these lights on. You actually have a choice here. You can choose to add him to your party or to go alone. It almost feels like an RPG. If you try to leave, he'll say,
Don't! Don't!
We find the captain of Bravo Team, Enrico.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
Yes, Barry. He's fine. He's just dying because he's badly injured, that's all.
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Enrico!
Oh no, not Enrico. I was so attached to him. Barry is investigating. Investigating what? He's dead. He implied that someone from STARS is a traitor, working for Umbrella. He was about to tell us who that is, but then someone shot him. Jill and Barry are here. Everyone else is dead, so it's either Chris or Wesker. I wonder who it could be. So Umbrella, a pharmaceutical company, is behind all of this shit. They developed the Tyrant virus, better known as the T-virus. They wanted to use it to create powerful creatures and sell them to terrorists or something. Because money. If you've played these games, you know who they are. Why is there a typewriter in an underground cave? How am I moving these walls? How is this possible? Who designed this place? There's actually an answer to that in the remake. We go deeper, but a giant boulder is blocking our way. Where's Chris when you need him? Whoa, 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 Chris? Chris? Are you doing this? Chris? Oh no, a super giant spider boss? Fuck off. We go up above and discover that this innocent looking fountain is actually you guessed it, it's another ultra super secret entrance. It leads us to an area that every Resident Evil has. The lab. When you're playing a Resident Evil game and you're inside of a lab, it usually means that you're close to the end. There are naked zombies here. What, you didn't have time to put on some clothes while you were being infected? He was probably masturbating at the time. I'm pretty sure they can respawn, so don't try to kill them. Listen to the sounds they make. Jill finds a note from someone named John. It's addressed to someone he loves. Her name is Ada. She's just a random woman. I'm sure she's not important. What's important is that her name is the password to a nearby computer. Ah, so romantic. I'm sure this Ada woman will remember this guy. We input the password and use it to unlock some doors. Seeing Jill's hands is a nice touch. The remake doesn't have this. Seeing your hands is cool. One of the doors we unlocked leads us to a PowerPoint presentation of some of the enemies. The dogs, the sharks, the hunters, the tyrant, which is a spooky creature we haven't met yet. The enemy that's blanked out is probably the Chimera. Chimera? Chimera? These assholes can jump on your asshole and it's not fun at all. I don't like them. They do look creepy and the wiki says they're 6'1", so they're probably popular with the ladies.
He's better with the ladies.
More importantly, we find a picture of Wesker. He's actually a scientist, so the plot twist is that he's really smart. And he's also a traitor working for Umbrella. He was one of the researchers who developed this virus.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons.
Wow, what a mansion!
We also find the future boulder puncher himself.
Jill? Is that you, Jill?
Oh, Chris, you're alive!
Of course. Damn it, we're in quite a predicament, Jill.
I know, Chris. Anyway, I have to open this room.
But I won't use my hands. I'll try using telekinesis. Look.
It doesn't work. Well, Chris, I'll be sure to come back and help you soon. Will you wait here?
Are you asking a prisoner if he will wait for you in his prison cell where he has nowhere else to go? Are you trying to be funny?
Will you wait here?
We search for a way to unlock the door, but then the bear master shows up.
Jill! Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too?
No.
Let's get going.
They take the elevator to the heart of this operation and receive the most shocking revelation.
Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Oh no, Wesker is the traitor. How could this be? Oh no. But also Barry. I'm disappointed. I'm actually disappointed. At least he's not doing it because he's evil. Resident Evil. He's doing it because Wesker is holding his family hostage.
To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, Go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Yeah, walk away in shame.
Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
But you literally just said
I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella.
Wesker wants to betray Umbrella and use the virus for his own purposes, whatever that may be.
You guys are idiots.
Like every stupid villain in fiction, even though he just said that he's going to kill her, he can't help himself and decides to show her his big, strong, ultimate weapon. It's not what you're thinking. Stop it. But before he can do that, Barry comes behind him so fast and so hard that Wesker can't stand anymore. Okay, now that was exactly what you're thinking. Barry suggests finding this biological weapon and then destroying it.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Oh, you're doing it for the reputation. This is what Wesker wanted to show us. The Tyrant. The most powerful creature ever. At least for now. It's actually an early version of Mr. X, and by extension, Nemesis, which are better in every way, but this guy is still dangerous. Instead of doing something productive, like, I don't know, shoot him while he's sleeping, instead, Barry pushes some buttons and accidentally wakes the creature up.
Damn you!
Where are you aiming, Barry? Why are you like this, Barry? Ah, shucks. I can't stay mad at you.
Just a moment.
Now he's after Jill. He's a bit faster than a regular zombie. Just a bit.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
He's not complete. We interrupted the process. He was supposed to be the ultimate weapon, but now he's just a mindless killing machine. And he goes down after 3 magnum shots. That was easy. Barry wakes up and they decide to get out of here. Wesker disappeared and activated the self-destruct sequence. This whole place is about to blow up, meaning that all of the research and evidence of what happened here will be gone, along with us, if we don't leave right now. So that's inconvenient. Also in the canon ending, Wesker gets impaled by the Tyrant and supposedly dies. And of course it's goofy and stupid.
This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful.
Don't come this way! No!
That's what she said. The self-destruct sequence unlocked all of the doors, so we go get Chris. I guess he didn't notice the door was open because he doesn't come out himself. He just stays there waiting for us.
Oh, Jill!
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
So everything is done?
Well, almost, yes. Now let's go.
If you're wondering why Chris was here the whole time, it's because Wesker kidnapped him at the start of the game. If you play as Chris, then Jill would be here instead. How did Wesker kidnap him if he was right next to us when we entered the mansion? Just don't think about it. That's how. This is the end of the game, so there's no reason to hold back anymore. We kill anyone who stands in our way and eventually reunite with Barry.
Ladies first! Go first, Jill!
Chris and Barry stay to kill some zombies off screen, while Jill heads to the roof and uses a flare to call Brad. He's about to land and rescue them, but uh-oh, the Tyrant doesn't really want to explode by himself, so it's time for the final battle. A little woman against the perfect organism. Who will win in this epic battle? Okay, I'm kidding, this is easy. Just shoot him a few times with the Magnum. Brad eventually drops a rocket launcher, which is good. I don't know why he didn't do that earlier. Like in most Resident Evil games, it all ends with a rocket to the face. Well, not exactly the face, but whatever, you get the point. Why do all of these companies insist on making special monsters when normal weapons are already stronger than them? Brett finally manages to land, they all get on board, and the mansion explodes, along with all of the monsters inside. Chris, why are you acting like you're tired? I was the one who did all of the work while you were napping in your little jail cell. Also no, them sitting together like that does not mean they're in love or something. This is strictly platonic and professional. Also, Chris is just a nice guy.
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay.
There's actually a few ways this could have ended, and if you play as Chris, there's a bunch of other options for you to choose. I think all of them can die. It's cool. And with that, the story of Resident Evil ends. For now. Resident Evil is obviously one of the most important games ever. I don't love it as much as I love the Silent Hill games, but in terms of pure gameplay, the RE franchise is way more fun. Even though this game is really old at this point, it still manages to be tense, at least sometimes, not just because of the monsters, but also because of the atmosphere, especially that place with the fucking crows. The soundtrack there is terrifying. The puzzles are great, for the most part, way better than Alone in the Dark. The Spencer mansion as a whole is incredible. Who is Spencer, you ask? He's not shown in this game, but he's the owner of this place. Well, before it blew up. We will see him much later. Of course, this game is more goofy than scary. The voice acting is unforgettable. It's kind of campy in every game, but especially here.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks. Ouch!
You're right.
Resident Evil was such a massive hit that we can still feel the effects of its success, even to this day. There's countless imitators, clones, and sequels. Generally speaking, the sequels are good, even legendary. They're less cringy, but still charming in a campy way, which is a nice way of saying that there's a lot of funny and stupid shit going on there. Next up is Resident Evil 2. Thanks for watching. So is the game called Resident Evil because it has some evil residents? Are only the zombies considered residents, or the hunters as well? Because they all technically live in the mansion, and all of the animals as well. And if you think about it, the zombies aren't really evil. They're just people who can't control their actions. This is obviously a major philosophical and moral dilemma.
No one cares.
But
no one cares.
But
no one cares.
But
no one cares.
But
no one cares.
Not bad, girl.
Whoa, stop. I need a break. Zombies can go through doors now? It's not fair, yo. It's spooky. I'm almost scared of opening doors now. But it's just a video game. It's not like it can happen in real life. I mean, that would be wacky, right? Ah, come on.
Resident Evil 2.
After the massive success of Resident Evil, everything changed. Your life, my life, it was all changed. Even if you weren't born yet, your life was still changed. A ton of copycats and clones were made, trying to cater to the same audience. Silent Hill was born and evolved the horror genre in new and spooky ways. And of course, when something succeeds, you gotta make a sequel to it. Resident Evil 2 was bigger, more bombastic, higher production value, more refined. I mean, look at these cutscenes. This is way more bonkers. Yeah, there's no more live action stuff, so it's less goofy. The voice acting isn't perfect, but it's much better. So it's less goofy. What I'm trying to say is that for the time, this was some pretty impressive stuff, yo. The game was kind of different at first. One of the protagonists, Leon, was the same, but the other one was a woman named Elsa Walker. It was like 70% finished, but then they said nah and got rid of all of it. This version is called Resident Evil 1.5 by fans. It, along with the final version, were directed by Hideki Kamiya. He would often have disagreements with Shinji Mikami. I mean, yeah, who would want to listen to him? He's just some guy who would eventually create a small and random game called Devil May Cry. No big deal. This is when Leon wasn't as badass as he will be in the future, but he's still pretty cool. But we play as Claire. That's right, there's only ladies in this trilogy. Kind of. We'll play as Leon in the remake. 2 months after the events of the first game, Claire arrives at Raccoon City to search for her brother. He's gone missing. Who is he, you ask? Oh, it's just Chris Redfield. Not important.
No! Don't go!
I guess he didn't call his sister after he survived the first game. He was too busy going to the gym. Gotta get these muscles. She stopped at a local diner, but it's suspiciously empty? Well, you know, except for this nice zombie.
Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening?
It doesn't look too good for her. She's probably dead. In the meantime, Leon also arrives in town. Remember when Leon was a ginger? He came to work because it's his first day as a police officer. And it's going to be wild, guys. Not every cop can say they shot someone on their first day, but that's exactly what Leon does when a bunch of zombies try to ambush him.
What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move!
You see, here it makes sense when Leon tells them not to move. He still doesn't know what he's dealing with. For all he knows, they might be some weirdos who really want to give him a hug. But it does not make sense when he does it in Resident Evil 6. It's like he forgot what a zombie is. I'm going to make fun of it when we get there. Leon shoots as many as he can. Eventually, he happens to run into Claire and saves her from the zombie attacking her.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay.
Instead of getting the hell out of here and maybe calling for help, they go even deeper into the town, towards the police station. They get to know each other a bit, and Leon does what every smooth talker does, and shows her his gun. No, not that one. This one. Everything is fine until a zombie jump scares them from behind. I guess he got in the car while Leon was shooting the other zombies? But why did he wait up until now to attack? Was he sleeping? Can zombies even sleep? The situation gets much worse when a zombie truck driver decides to run into them. So that's inconvenient. They get out in time and get separated in the cool explosion. Everything's on fire. Both of them head to the police station, and now the game truly begins.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
You start on the streets, surrounded by tons of zombies. I would call this a bad design choice, because you have no time to get used to the controls, and that's kind of bad. But I guess they thought that anyone who's playing this probably played the first one, so they already know how to play. They wanted to get straight into the action. They also wanted to reinforce the idea of helplessness. I'm assuming. There's too many of them. You can't win. You just have to run. And in general, you should avoid combat as much as possible. You don't want to touch these zombies. They're kind of smelly. Don't be fooled by all of the fire and fancy explosions. This is still a classic survival horror game. You should only fight when there's no other choice. Even more so in this game. On the one hand, there is more action here. There's more enemies, but also more ammo, I think. On the other hand, the more you fight, the higher the chances a zombie will touch you, without consent. There's consequences to being hit too much. Obviously you will lose HP, but you'll also start moving slower, which will make it easier for the zombies to get you, which in turn will make you even weaker and slower. So that's not really good. Claire runs inside of a gun store in order to take shelter, and also that's literally the only place you can go.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
If you're playing as Leon, he's holding a shotgun instead of a crossbow. I don't know why this change exists.
Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on.
Don't call me babe. And why are you only now locking the door? Hey, listen man, can I take this with me? I'm kind of low on ammo, and you've got a lot of it, so... So, is that a yes? Yeah, I think I'll take it, thanks. Claire comes equipped with a lockpick, meaning she can open some stuff that Leon can't. I mean he can, but he has to find special keys, which take space in the inventory. I guess she's also
the master of unlocking.
Thankfully, there's no difference in their inventory space. Both of them have 8 slots. Chris only had 6 because he needed room for his big boulder punching muscles. The whole city is pretty much fucked. There's zombies over here, there's zombies over there. This is even worse than my neighborhood. And people got stabbed here. And I have smelly neighbors. She eventually finds the police station, and now the game truly begins. Besides the Spencer Mansion from the first game, this is probably the most iconic location in the franchise. Like before, most of the doors are locked, and we need to solve puzzles in order to progress. Look, I get why the mansion had weird and random puzzles. It was intentionally built this way. It was intended to be a death trap. But why is it like that in a police station? The game tries to explain it by claiming that originally this building served as a museum. But that doesn't explain anything. Did they think that every museum has puzzles like this? It's a museum, not an escape room. We quickly find the last remaining cop, Marvin.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
No, not Barry.
Yeah.
He explains that after the first game, the STARS members tried to tell everyone that Umbrella's been making zombies, yo, but nobody believed them. Because believing that a major corporation can turn people into mindless puppets who only want to consume is a ridiculous notion. What is this chicanery?
This chicanery?
Marvin was bitten, and because he's a good guy, he forces Claire to leave him behind, before he turns into a zombie and attacks her. Claire starts searching around. What was that? Claire starts searching around. What is that?
What is it?
Blood.
These are the lickers. I'm sure you can guess why they're called that. The lickers are like the hunters from the previous game. Minus the fucking attack that can kill you in one hit, they're much more dangerous than the zombies. I'm actually surprised that they're introduced so quickly. They're the second enemy type you meet. They are tough, but they can't see anything because they have a big brain instead of eyes, and they can lick you really hard. You should avoid them as much as possible. You don't want to be licked by them. It's not like being licked by a cat, you know. We find Stars' office, along with Chris's desk. He left his diary, I guess he forgot to take it with him. He wrote about how he talked to his chief. He tried to tell him about the first game, but the stupid bastard wouldn't listen. Because everything blew up, there's no evidence left. I told you this would happen. Jill and Barry helped Chris find information about a new virus, the G virus, which is what infected everyone in this game. First it was T, now it's G. Eventually they got tired of everyone not believing them, so they decided to just stop the alphabet virus themselves. They flew to Umbrella HQ, in the very specific location of Europe. He didn't say anything to Claire in order to protect her. That's nice, I guess, but he could have at least called her in these 2 months just to say hi or something. I think this is Jill's desk. She has a picture of a man who is probably her boyfriend. Yeah, Chris and Jill are just friends. Besides finding out that Chris has gone to Europe and that he's being cucked, Claire also finds a grenade launcher. If you play as Leon, you find a shotgun instead. There's a photo of the Stars members. Ah, that's so wholesome. Too bad most of them are dead.
Good lives needlessly lost.
More importantly, you can also find Wesker's desk. If you press the use key, like 50 times, you'll find a secret photo. I'm not going to call him a P. Diddler. Rebecca is 18, but I guess he likes those tomboys.
The one and only.
As we're about to leave, someone sends notes using some ancient alien technology, known as a fax machine. It's a message to Chris, but he's not really available right now, so we're gonna take a look at that. Chris reported his chief and an internal investigation was conducted. They found that he's a bit of a naughty boy. Not only did he receive bribes from Umbrella, which means he knew about what happened in the first game, but intentionally interfered with Chris's investigation of Umbrella. He also touched some women without consent, so you know, he's not really a good person. At least when the zombies touch you, it's because they want to eat you in a non-sexual way. Let's see how you like my grenade launcher. Bam! Ha! Not so tough now. Ah, shit! I still killed them. At least I don't need to worry about the zombies on the outside. Of course this happens. How come the protagonists aren't getting infected when zombies bite them? Like every other person in these games. Is it because of plot armor? Like last time, each of the protagonists gets their own side character. This time, they're not just here for comic relief.
Whoa!
They're more serious and have more significance to the plot. Like Ada. There was a note written about her in the previous game, but we didn't know who she was. She only appears in Leon's story, so we won't see her. Instead of all of that bullshit, we get a little girl as our side character.
Help me!
Her name is Sherry. For now she just runs away, because she doesn't really want to be eaten by zombies. What a coward, am I right? Oh, and you know about Mr. X? The improved version of the final boss in the previous game? The Gigachad who wears a fedora in the remake? Yeah, we're also not going to see him. He doesn't chase after Claire, because he only likes men, I guess. But it's okay, we'll see someone much creepier instead.
I am the one who knocks.
We go after the little girl and find Leon. He also made it inside of the station.
Leon!
Claire, you made it!
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Have you seen a little girl?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio.
What's that? Huh. Radio.
This is where Claire pretty much forgets about finding her brother and just focuses on finding Sherry and getting the hell out of here. Yeah, who cares about Chris? He's not going to continue the Redfield bloodline anyway. Remember the infamous dog jump scare from the original game? The developers really liked it, so they did it again, but with crows. Things are so bad that there's even a helicopter crash. How did this happen? Zombies can't fly and attack helicopters, right? There's a stupid reason for this. You'll see. We go to the part of the building where the helicopter crashed and hear a lovely, a horrible scream. It came from the other side of the door, but the helicopter is kind of blocking our way, so we need to blow up the wall. In order to do that, we need C4, which we find here, and a detonator, which we find next to Marvin. Hey bro, you're okay? Oh no. Marvin. No, Marvin. We've only known each other for like 2 minutes, but you're the best person I've ever known. He's trying to attack us, so we have to kill him. And no, this isn't racist, IGN. God, they're so stupid. It's sad that he turned into a zombie. It's even sadder when you know he was about to throw Leon a welcome party. That's probably not gonna happen now. We combine the detonator with the C4, and now we can do this cool shit. Claire finds herself in an office. A normal-looking office with some animals on the walls and a dead woman on the desk. Wait, what?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely.
Aha! So this is Chief Irons, the shady guy who was arrested for groping women without consent, has a dead lady on his desk. We heard a woman screaming just before entering his office, and he tells me that she died because of the zombies. Even though there's clearly no zombies here. Yeah, he's probably telling the truth.
I'd really like to be alone now.
We keep exploring for now, until we hear footsteps. Who could this be? Oh, it's just the little girl.
Ah!
Wait!
Let me go!
Easy, easy there! I'm not a zombie! You're safe now.
I wanted to use the clip from Silent Hill 2, where James says,
"You snotty little brat!"
But no. Sherry is a good kid. She says her mother told her to go to the police station because it wasn't safe to stay at home. But it's not exactly a paradise here either. Also, her parents work at Umbrella. So that's kind of bad. That's not the worst part though.
There's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me!
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about! It's here!
Sherry, wait!
Apparently, a spooky monster is specifically after Sherry. So there's another molester here, besides the chief. Speaking of which...
Chief?
He's gone. Sherry is gone. That's not a good sign. He left his little diary behind, Why does everyone have diaries? I had a diary once, but I did not write all of my evil plans there. I wrote it on a piece of toilet paper instead. If you somehow weren't convinced that he was a pretty bad dude, the chief writes about how he has no problem literally killing everyone in town, for no real reason. He also created confusion and tampered with communications. Basically, he ensured that the people of this city were cut out from the outside. Everyone's fucked because of him. On top of that, he killed a bunch of cops and enjoyed watching them die. And of course he killed the mayor's daughter. He let her escape just so he could hunt her down. Yup, he's insane. Wait, if he's hunting down the survivors and he doesn't want anyone to escape, why didn't he shoot Claire? He was literally pointing a gun at her. We find more items and go back to... Holy shit! Fucking lickers! Lick my ass, why don't ya? We find Sherry again, but she runs away. Again. Because she heard her daddy calling her. Don't worry about it, kid. It's okay. He's probably a zombie by now. Wait, that's not comforting. How do you comfort a child?
Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters! I have to help him!
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone! Sherry! Sherry!
Ah, damn it. Great. Now I need to chase after her again. Wait, I'm playing as Sherry? I've never turned into a little girl so suddenly before. I don't like it. She's so little. The dogs are bigger than her. Obviously, she doesn't have any weapons, so all we can do is run away and solve a little box puzzle. Question: if you give a gun to a child in this situation, can you go to prison for that? Hypothetically speaking. I'm asking for a friend.
Yes, you will go to prison, but life is already a prison, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, but you feeling bad or something? You wanna maybe talk about it? No? Look, you can't say shit like that and then stop talking. Come on, the therapist said that we need to communicate.
There was no therapist. It was all in your head.
I know.
Shut up and keep talking about the game.
How can I talk about it and shut up at the same time?
Just do it!
Okay. Sherry eventually finds a key and throws it to Claire, which we then use to get inside of a autopsy room in a zombie-infested police station. Yeah, okay, I see all of the dead bodies. I'm sure the game will try to scare me in some predictable way. Real cute, guys. That's precious. You think that's enough to scare me? Huh? Maybe try a little creativity next time. Pfft, what a bunch of amateurs. Ah! We find Sherry back at the pervert's office, but more importantly, we find a secret passage behind his desk. Because every villain has to have a secret passage, and of course, we find a note where it says that he got bribes from Umbrella. Only $10,000? He only got 10 G's to cover up the mention incident from the first game? That's a ripoff. The note is from William Burton. He's the scientist that made the G virus, which makes him also not a really good person. There's a small detail I didn't mention. It's not really important, you can take it or leave it. But Sherry's last name is also Burton. So this dude, the one who developed the G virus and caused all of this, that's her father. I bet you wish you had a father like that. We go down an elevator and hear Iron's being injected with something by a big thing with an eye on its hand. That's cool. Resident Evil games really like bosses with big eyes everywhere. Is that like a side effect from these viruses? Is Tien also infected? We find him and he's a bit distressed.
Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
He's about to kill Claire, but he gets a little stomachache and recreates that scene from the Alien movie. Ah man, this is so sad. I didn't get the chance to kill him myself. He had quite a collection of human skulls. Is that like a normal thing for police station chiefs? Because we're insane, we go after that thing that crawled out of him and it already reached puberty. They grow up so fast, it turns into this handsome creature and makes some children of its own. What a beautiful family. Well, time to kill them all. Just like the rest, more bodies to add to the pile. We might have found a way out, so we go back to get Sherry. Come on, Sherry, don't pay attention to the dead fat man on the floor. He's just sleeping and he spilled some ketchup. A lot of ketchup. The way out we found? It's in the sewers. Of course, because we all love sewer levels. Okay, it's not so bad. What is bad is that the monster that's after Sherry is here.
Claire? Run!
We run away. Oh, you thought we were done playing as little girls? No, stupid. While Claire was staring at the wall, Sherry fell deeper into the sewer. So we need to play as her again. She probably stinks. Like last time, it's a short segment where we don't have any weapons. We find ourselves at the very butthole of the sewer, where all of the trash is. So of course we fall even deeper and Sherry falls unconscious.
Claire?
Hey, you get away from her. We got rid of one molester. We don't need another one. Claire continues on her own while avoiding big-ass spiders and eventually comes across a science lady. This is a sewer level, but it has the most important plot details.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
So remember when Sherry told us that her parents were working for Umbrella? This is Annette, Sherry's mommy. She randomly decides to tell us everything. The creature that was after Sherry, that was her daddy. He was the one who created the virus, but got super duper infected, and apparently, the way his mutation works is different from the other monsters. He instinctively searches for people who have the same DNA as him. That way, he can implant embryos inside of them and the virus can reproduce. Because they have the same cells or some shit like that. Basically, the virus likes incest. We get a flashback where we see exactly what happened. He's been cooking, so the DEA, Umbrella's minions, were sent to steal his virus and research. He was getting too ambitious for their liking. They were ordered to just take the virus and leave, but William accidentally drops something, which startles one of the grunts, and he accidentally shoots him.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop! You might hit the sample.
Yeah, real professional. Advanced squad my ass. William doesn't really want to die, because that kind of sucks. So he injects himself directly with his own virus and gets spooky red eyes. He then starts killing these guys because why not? They drop all of the samples they took and the rats spread them across the city. That's how everyone got infected. During their conversation, they hear Sherry scream, so they decide to split up and search for her. We manage to find her first, but there's something in our way. Do you see it? Here. I'll narrow it down for you. Look, do you see it now? Oh, you think it's that giant alligator? Nah, you're tripping. He's dead. No, look closer. Do you see it now? Okay, it's the alligator. I told you Resident Evil games like it when you fight big infected animals. Why is there an alligator here, anyway? Did someone throw him in the trash? It doesn't matter, because we use a gas cylinder to blow his brains out. Sorry, dude. Or dudette. Yeah, this is where Resident Evil started having explosive set pieces. It already happened even in the early days of the franchise. We find Cherry and a worm thing crawls out of her. Her papa managed to infect her. She doesn't have much time to live. But don't worry, she won't die. Little kids never get hurt in the games I talk about. Shh, not now. Go away. Get out. We managed to find a sky tram, so we get in. No matter where it takes us, it's probably better than a stinky sewer. Besides the side characters, there's a difference in the weapons you get when you play as either Claire or Leon. Leon can find a flamethrower, which is cool, hot, while Claire can get a spark gun, which is basically a big electricity gun. It will come in handy real soon, because we go inside of this thing and take a giant elevator to the lower floor. And here's Daddy. You think you're so cool with your fancy transformations, huh? Okay, you're pretty cool. But why are you even here? You already infected your daughter. Leave us alone. Are you just doing it for fun now? I like how his human head is coming back after you deal enough damage to him. It's like he's trying to gain some control back. He's basically dead inside, and I don't mean that in the emo, edgy way. I mean he's literally dead inside, and the virus is just puppeteering his body. We eventually zap his ass, and he dies forever, for all eternity, never to be seen again. We go get Cherry, and head to everyone's favorite Resident Evil location.
Claire?
Oh, you're finally awake.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me because of their work. I grew up alone, but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Ah, that's so sweet. Of course you can rely on me. Now stay here all by yourself without any weapons while I go kill more zombies. Okay, we're also searching for a vaccine in order to cure her. Supposedly, we can make one if we find the right equipment. It's quiet. Too quiet. By now, you expect to be attacked by zombies because this is a Resident Evil game, but no, there's no one around. All you hear is your footsteps banging on the metal floor. Then you hear something. Oh, it's just some plant tentacles, like in the last game. Ow! This dead researcher poured some oil before he died, so we use it to burn the tentacles. We're not going to trust any plants after the last game, except for the plants that restore our health. That's some good weed, herbs.
Blue, yellow, pink, whatever, man, just keep bringing me that.
Just when you think you're safe, boom, 10,000 zombies. They're naked, just like in the first game. Why are they always naked in the lab? What kind of nutty experiments were they doing?
Dirty fireworks.
If you liked the plant tentacles, you will love them when they have legs. They're probably my least favorite enemy. They can spit on you and give you a really painful hug, which can poison you. We run into Annette again, and she's kind of pissed that we killed her husband, even though he turned into a disgusting monster and basically impregnated his own daughter. Did she really want him back looking like this? Yes, Well, lucky for her, he shows up to give her a big spanking. What, you thought he was dead? Nah, he's really persistent.
William, you're alive.
We run after her, but she's kind of dying. Claire asks her what she needs to do to save Sherry. In her final moments, Annette finally acts like a proper mother and gives her detailed instructions on how to create a vaccine for the apocalyptic virus her husband created.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Well, that's kind of sad. Maybe she needs a proper burial.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Never mind, she can stay here. Like in most Resident Evil games, there's a self-destruct sequence. I'm not even sure who activated it. It wasn't us. Maybe Annette? We need to make a vaccine and get out of here before everything blows up. Somehow. Remember when this was about finding her brother? We see Leon on the monitors. He also managed to arrive here. Claire asks him to pretty please go get Sherry while she goes and makes the vaccine. It's pretty easy actually. You just need to take this item, put it inside of this machine, wait for the green light, take the base vaccine, run all the way to the other side of this facility, go here, put it in this machine, press the switch, wait until it turns bluish green, or whatever this color is, and voila, you've just created a vaccine. Did you get all of that? Did you write it down? Good, cause it's going to be on the test. We're about to finally leave this place, but uh-oh, we've only got 5 minutes left. What are we going to do? Oh no. Okay, stop panicking. We still have enough time too. Ah, come on! He's really persistent, isn't he? With a lot of transformations. I hope it doesn't become a trend in the sequel. Wink wink. Anyway, he mutates even further and turns into some kind of monster dog creature with a really big mouth. And the music goes insane. He can bite and throw us around. He can leap across the arena and close the distance fast. So we do what we always do in these games. We shoot him until he dies. Again. Fuck off already. You're never gonna win the Best Dead award. But you will win the Best Dead award. Because you're dead now, right? Yeah, he's dead for realsies this time. Claire manages to use the elevator. With less than 2 minutes left, she finally reunites with the red-headed Leon. Why is Leon injured? He has bandages. It doesn't matter. Claire finds an opening and jumps inside the train before everything explodes. Sherry is unconscious, but Claire gives her the antidote. She wakes up and Leon's excitement makes me laugh.
Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry, you're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Boy, she changed his mind real fast. He was so sure that it's over. But it's just the beginning.
It's over. This is just the beginning. It's over. This is just the beginning. It's over. This is just the beginning.
No.
It worked!
I'm glad she remembered that she has a brother. Her search for him will lead her to a new adventure in a different, weird game.
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it!
You might have noticed the lack of a rocket launcher kill on the final boss, which is usually how these games end. That's because it's not over yet. We can play as Leon now. Surprise! Okay, so I'm not gonna go in depth with this like I did with Claire. I'm gonna give you the slippery cheat shit. In the B scenario, you start on the other side of the file, and you don't go to the gun store.
Who are you?
You also get early access to advanced locations. Some of the puzzles are exactly the same, but the amount of enemies here is way higher. I was actually barely scraping by. Who's here for their shotgun appointment? Next. 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 Oh, are you two together? Okay, here you go. Next. If we choose to play as Leon from the start, then the main story will be pretty much the same. Some of the characters and weapons will be different, but the progression of the levels will be very similar. But the B scenario is a bonus campaign that takes place at the same time, where you get to see what the other character was doing. At least that's the idea. It's kind of similar to how it works in Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare. That game probably stole the idea from here. It's not consistent though. For example, Leon can also turn on the water and make the helicopter take a shower, even though Claire also does that, so there shouldn't be any fire here. Or how if Leon drops down this ladder, it won't be down for Claire, and vice versa. So it doesn't make total sense. Speaking of the helicopter, we get to see the backstory behind that shit show.
Hey! Get over here! Hurry!
I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it.
Come on. Just a little more. Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
How can this happen? This dude can't shoot two zombies in front of him? He misses almost every shot, but he nails the pilot from that distance? And then the helicopter crashes on top of him. Embarrassing. Oh, and about Mr. X? I lied. We do get to see him. Surprise! He's dropped in like he's the Terminator or something. You shouldn't really fight him. You should run away. At least he got rid of the crows. There's a bunch of concept art made about him. He has some kind of laser gun in some of them. And in one of them he looks like this. We all like to meme about it, but this is significant. This is the first time in the franchise where we got a stalker enemy, which is something we still get in the newer Resident Evil games. This hairless killing machine was responsible for starting that whole trend. Everything I told you, all of this happens in the first 5 minutes of the game, by the way. While Claire was heading to the police station and talking to Marvin, Leon was running away from two lickers and a bald bodybuilder. You'll see him multiple times during your playthrough. He will always try to jumpscare you. Wait, his name is Mr. X. Can I call him Mr. Twitter? Phew, that was unexpected. At least he can't hurt me now. There's another cool thing about this campaign. A choice you made with Claire can affect Leon. I skipped this, but when we played as her, we had a choice between two items. An inventory enhancer, which gives you 2 more inventory slots, or a submachine gun. Why is that a choice, you ask? Why not be a greedy asshole and take both? Because, my sweet child, if you do that, there will be nothing for the red-headed Leon. The item you don't choose stays in the locker for Leon to pick up later, which in my case was the submachine gun. Okay, enough with the technical shit. What about the story? Eventually, Leon finds Sherry. For like 2 seconds. We get to see how it happened.
Hey! Wait!
Why is she running away? Does Leon really look like a zombie? That's kind of insulting. Unless you're into zombies. I'm not judging. He then meets Claire, and the cutscene plays out the same as before.
What's going on with that radio?
Also, remember Ada? Yeah, I lied about her too. We do get to meet her.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here? This is just the beginning.
In the first game, we found a note from John. He was an umbrella scientist and was madly in love with her. Basically, he was a simp. He thought she was just a normal woman, but she was actually a spy, sent by an agency called The Agency. Yeah, really creative. She pretended to be his girlfriend so she could steal data about their viruses, and now she's here to do the same thing.
Too bad.
She also likes to jump down like some kind of superhero. We learn all of that from Annette. She somehow knows. Leon is like, no way dude, I know her. She's like my soulmate. She would never do that.
That's a lie. That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
You're so gullible.
Women.
Dude, you knew her for like 2 hours. Chill. She also tries to shoot Ada, but Leon saves her, because he's also a simp. That's why we saw him injured at the end of the game. But wait, when we saw him on the monitors, he didn't have any bandages, and that was after Annette already died. So she couldn't possibly shoot him, but he still had bandages at the end. It doesn't make sense. Inconsistency, sloppy, poop game. There's a small section where we play as Ada. We basically do the same things that Sherry did, but now we have a gun. By the way, just because Leon needs to deal with Mr. Twitter doesn't mean that he won't encounter Burton. What's cool about these encounters is that you don't get the same fights you had with Claire. You fight him mid-transformations. You still just shoot him until you win, but now he has different moves. He can beat you to death with his big pipe. But then he decides to fall down. Those moments when you have Ada by your side? Savor these moments, because holy shit, she can take care of all of the zombies by herself. You don't need to waste any ammo. Look at this. I always wanted a female gun with legs. Eventually, Leon and Ada also take the Skytram down to the lab. But on the way, Ada is injured by Burton. Up until now, she was very cold and distant. But now she decides to show some humanity and compassion and tells Leon to leave her behind. But Leon is a massive simp. I mean, he's a good person, so he wants to find something to treat her injuries.
I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Leon encounters Annette again, and the conversation becomes awkward when she's about to shoot him, but it's okay. Mr. X shows up to break the ice, and to break our bones, so of course we run away. But he shows up again. He must really like me, but I prefer women.
Run!
Ada! Ada!
That was badass.
Leon, please, escape.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who fell in love with you. Nothing more.
See? That's all it takes to get a girlfriend. Just take a bullet for her and she'll fall in love with you and save your life from a giant bioweapon monster. Also, Leon gets cucked by death because she dies here and we will never see her again. So sad. This scene kind of reminds me of something.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Leon goes back to get Sherry and brings her to a train. This is the train we saw at the end of the game. Everything is about to blow up and he shows up for the final time. And he's on fire. Listen to this epic music. This is climactic. After burning him even further, a super secret and mysterious figure shows up and throws Leon a
rocket launcher!
Ada, is that you? Ada!
Stop simping, bitch, is probably what Mr. X is thinking. Don't tell me what to do. Yes, I am a simp. I'm a simp for beautiful Asian women, and I'm damn proud of it. Bitch.
Game over.
Don't mess with my Asian woman. Leon kills the remaining zombies and opens the gate for the train. He operates the train and we get the same cutscene as before. Claire shows up and jumps inside. Everything blows up. They save Sherry.
It worked!
And finally, it's over. But we get one last surprise.
Goodbye, Ada.
It's not over yet. There's one last problem left. We find out that even the train can self-destruct. Everything can explode in this game. But why is this happening? Remember William Burton? Yeah, Claire didn't kill him. He survived, and he really wants to see his daughter. He mutated for the final time, and he has a lot of eyes. But it's okay, we still have the rocket launcher. It kills everything in one hit, right? So it's a piece of cake. Oh, he's not dead yet. Shit. The real final boss begins, and now we need to... Oh, okay, now he's dead. For real, for real. Now we get the actual, real ending. So apparently, he's still not dead, but then they get off the train, it explodes, and now he's finally dead. Actually dead. For real. At least until we get to the remake.
So, it's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible.
No worse than you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Having Leon be the one to say it makes it funny, because he's literally the only one who's not going to do anything about Umbrella. Claire and Chris will, and some other people, but I do love how it suddenly cuts to this kick-ass music. There's another campaign, sort of, it's called The Fourth Survivor, where you play as the fourth survivor. We saw Ada die, Leon, Claire and Sherry survived, but also this guy. His name is Hank, and he was part of the team sent to secure the G-Virus. Now he needs to get out.
Alpha Team here. Mission accomplished. Roger. We'll rendezvous at the meeting point.
Help! Help me! Help!
There's no saves, there's no item boxes, no nothing. You just have to do it in one go, which is not an easy task, because the enemy count is insane. This just shows you how much of a badass this Wolf Brigade is. It's pretty fun. There's another campaign where you play as a tofu. Yep. Resident Evil 2 was a big step in the franchise. It was bigger, more explosive, more cinematic. No longer was it the cute little game with the funny voice acting, which by itself was already really good. The game, not the voice acting. There's always debates over which game is the best out of the original trilogy. It changes from person to person because there's a lot to love in all of them. If you like silliness, then you will prefer the first one. If you like the branching paths and the more serious story, then you will go with the second one. And if you like to run away from big scary monsters with tentacles, then, I don't know, you need some help. Weirdo. This is an important point for all of these characters. In a way, this story continues throughout multiple different games in the franchise. In Code Veronica, Claire will actually be looking for Chris.
Shut up!
And in RE4, Leon becomes a government agent and finally dyes his hair. But there's still one more survivor left. She's the original Master of Unblocking, and she almost turned into a sandwich. Next up is Resident Evil 3. Thanks for watching. Do all of the YouTube stuff that YouTube wants you to do. So, do you think Mr. X would be good at sports? I mean, I don't care about sports at all, but he could easily win in football or something. Actually no, he moves kind of slow. Maybe boxing will be better for him. He does like to hit things. Maybe he has anger issues.
Let me in! Let me in!
Stars. 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 Stars.
What is that noise?
Stars.
It sounds like a big ugly wall of meat.
Stars. 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 Stars.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Stars. Stars.
I better get out of here. I don't really want to get captured by him. He doesn't really seem like a nice guy. Or is he? Ah, come on!
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. 1999 was an interesting year for the survival horror genre. Somehow we went from having a spiky mustache in Alone in the Dark and fighting Lovecraftian monsters in a spooky mansion and zombie pirates in a Santa costume to amazingly cringe dialogue in a different mansion.
Wow,
What a mansion!
To running away from a big wall of flesh and meat that really likes astronomy. It keeps talking about stars for some reason.
Stars, stars.
Around the same time, Silent Hill came out and changed gaming forever. It made us realize that gaming can be more interesting and more depressing. In a good way. It leaned more into the horror in survival horror. Resident Evil though, it kind of started drifting away from it. It wasn't as spooky anymore. It was more about the action, the explosive set pieces. It's still a great game. Having said that, the horror wasn't gone completely. Shinji Mikami wanted the player to feel paranoid at all times. So he introduced this guy. You might have heard about him, the Nemesis. A stalker enemy like Mr. X, but now he can actually follow you from one location to another. If you think about it, he's like the pyramid head of Resident Evil. So yeah, that's kind of spooky. We'll talk about him later. From what I can gather, Resident Evil 3 was supposed to be a side game, and Resident Evil Code Veronica was supposed to be the actual RE3, because it takes place after Resident Evil 2. But because of some bureaucratic nonsense, it got flipped around. There was also supposed to be a game where you play as Hank, but Capcom said nah and cancelled it. Even though it's technically the third game, you should look at it more like an expansion of Resident Evil 2. Just another scenario. Let's say that scenario A is Leon's campaign, B is Claire's, and C is Jill's campaign. Yeah, we play as Jill now, because according to Capcom,
she was the only suitable character remaining.
Leon already had his adventure, Chris and Claire were going to appear in this game, so she was the only one left. They could have used Rebecca. Oh wait, she's taken too. Oh, we'll get to you. Resident Evil 3 takes place one day before the second game, so I guess Jill was just sitting in her apartment after the first game, and she just now noticed that the Raccoon City situation is insane. She's stuck in the city, and she's wearing this outfit during a zombie apocalypse. I like it, I really like it, but I'm still gonna make fun of it in a very juvenile way, just a little bit. The whole place is in total chaos. There's zombies literally everywhere. At this point, there's no stopping the infection. The police and the military are helpless against them. No matter what they try, it's just not enough. Eventually, they were all wiped out. Look at that zombie with glasses. What a nerd. Anyone who got killed by him deserved to die. I also wear glasses. I should know. Oh, and by the way, the game isn't stretched anymore. I fixed the resolution problem. I somehow didn't notice that when I talked about the first two games. Maybe you haven't noticed either. Forget what I said. We're playing on hard mode, because we are
epic gamers.
Resident Evil.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City.
I'm sorry, what? I thought it was Raccoon City.
It was Raccoon City's last chance. And my last chance. My last escape.
I think Jill was just heading to her second job as an escort, but then the zombies showed up and killed her customer. Hate when that happens. She basically talks about how Umbrella are evil because they made a bunch of highly dangerous monsters and turned everyone into zombies. There's nothing she can do other than find a way out of the city. I think she's overreacting a bit. So what if the city is doomed and there's no hope of survival? At least nothing blows up in her face. I don't know if that was her apartment that got blown up just now, but either way, she has to survive on the streets. She finds a new customer, but she kills him because he tries to bite her. And as she climbs on this trash bin, she gets ambushed by more simps.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
Jill hides in some warehouse with some asshole who can't stop complaining.
Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there! How dare you tell me to go back outside? No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters! Now leave me alone!
I wanted to use you as my meat shield, but fine. Go suffocate alone in that truck.
I told you! I'm not leaving! Never!
Let's talk about the new spicy gameplay additions. Resident Evil 3 introduced some new mechanics. Some of them will stick around in the franchise in one way or another. We've got the quick turn. Instead of slowly turning around, you can now just turn quickly. You do it by pressing the run button while walking backwards, which is exactly how it works in real life. We have a reloading tool now. You can combine it with gunpowder to create ammo. As long as you have the correct amount, you can decide which type of ammunition to make. It gives you more freedom to play with your weapon of choice. If you really like the shotgun, for example, you can just make shotgun shells. And if you always make the same type of ammo, eventually you will be able to create an enhanced version. Because I guess you got good at making ammo. Enhanced ammo can almost turn your pistol into a magnum. The item box is a bit more organized now. It shows where each type of item is. See? Red is for weapons, blue is for items, green is for health, of course.
This shit good!
And the addition that takes the most amount of skill to pull off, the dodging. If you press the aim and shoot button just before getting hit, Jill will either push the enemies away or dodge roll like she's playing Dark Souls. If you master this technique, you will be untouchable. Sometimes she dodges in a really cool way, where she stays crouched, which makes you shoot quicker for some reason. All of this stuff is explained in manuals that you have in your inventory. Oh, and of course, the most important change, we can freely walk on stairs now, without going into a fixed animation. Now that's some sweet innovation. Unless the stairs are long, then there's the usual cutscene. There's one more important feature, but I'll talk about it when we get to him. We stock up on supplies and get out of this stinky place. You know how RE2 starts on the streets and you have to run away because there's tons of zombies and you can't possibly fight them all? Now imagine the same thing, only it lasts way longer and it's way more tense. That's the opening of RE3. There's zombies coming out of every hole and crack and asshole in the city. Nowhere is safe. You truly feel like this whole place is hopeless and doomed. You can fight if you want, and the game itself even helps you out sometimes. Like when it gives you some explosive barrels to shoot. This was the first game to introduce them to the franchise. We don't really have an objective other than to survive, but then we hear some gunshots. A man shoots some zombies and runs away. With nothing to do, we chase after the coward. Calling him a coward will make even more sense in just a few seconds.
Get away!
We can choose to help out. Do I want to? He's already bitten. He's gonna die anyway. Okay, I'll shoot once. This is actually Brad, the one who abandoned us in RE1 because he was scared of a couple of dogs.
No! Don't go!
He did save us at the end, but he's still an asshole. He also seems to know something we don't.
Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
Instead of actually explaining what's going on, he gives us a vague warning before running away. Again, coward. Oh well, at least I found handgun ammo inside of a cash register. That's where I always keep my bullets. Resident Evil 3 is basically the second game on steroids. More action, more explosions, more stalking. Speaking of large, bold stalkers, Claire had William Birkin, Leon had Mr. X, and Jill goes back to the police department where she meets Super Mr. X, aka the Nemesis, aka the name of this game. He's kind of a bit dangerous.
Jill!
Brad!
We've gotta...
Her expression always made me laugh, but at the same time, it encapsulates just what a terrifying beast Nemesis is. He's one of the most iconic creatures in the franchise for a reason. Okay, so Brad is super dead, and we're stuck with this monster. According to Resident Evil 2, he's actually walking near the police station as a zombie. Throughout the game, we'll have the option to choose whether to run away or stay and fight. The smart thing to do when you see a giant walking beef jerky is to run away, especially since this is the beginning of the game and we barely have any weapons or ammo. I am not that smart, so I choose to fight. There is a good reason to fight him though. You cannot kill him for now, because he's basically an enhanced version of Mr. X. Previously, we saw just how durable this virus can be. You need a lot of firepower and actual fire to defeat these freaks. An explosion or two can also help. Nemesis is even more durable than that, I think. But if you somehow manage to beat him, he will go down and take a nap. He will not chase you for a while. And most importantly, he will drop special parts, which you can then combine into powerful weapons. Why does he have weapon parts on him? Was he building guns as a hobby? After many attempts, I finally beat his ass and claim my prize, which is an eagle part. No, not an actual eagle. Oh, and if you're wondering why he keeps saying stars. It's because he was created specifically to eliminate STARS members, which is the unit where Brad, Jill, Chris, and all of the others have served. And
Joseph!
Nemesis is so intimidating that you can never truly escape him, or at least that's how it feels. Even when you're in the save room, you still hear his pursuer music.
Stars.
You'll see just how persistent he is. He will chase you to the ends of the earth. His encounters are scripted, but they feel dynamic. It feels like he can appear at any time. And he will chase you all the time if you don't beat him. That's kind of flattering, actually. Just imagine a whole-ass Illuminati company building a biological weapon, a super zombie, specifically just to hunt you down. If nothing else, it shows that they can't stop thinking about you. And that's kind of sweet, you know? Kind of romantic. Just like Silent Hill 3 did with Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 3 borrows some assets from the previous game. We're back at the police station. It's the same place, but it's more limited, and you will not be solving the same puzzles. The puzzles are more like decorations now. It doesn't matter, we're not going to be here for long. The main reason we're here is to find something important to her, a part of her essence. You'll see. There's more barricades, but this is supposed to take place one day before the second game. Did the zombies break all of it down in a single day? Except they forgot to change it here. See? Not barricaded, but then you go here and barricaded. Immersion broken. Bad game. 2 Nemesis out of 10. Remember Marvin? You can find Marvin here. We know he's not gonna make it, but it's still nice to see him. Marvin?
Don't worry about me. Just go!
We eventually get inside of the Star's office, find Jill's desk, and finally become the master of unlocking once again. Getting the lockpick was the main reason we came here, though now it's an actual item that takes space in the inventory. We also found this blue gem. It will be important later. This is Chris's desk. Why is she talking about Chris like he's some stranger? Is that why you won't date him? Because he's disorganized? Women and their high standards, am I right? Speaking of high standards for women, in Resident Evil 2, Claire finds a rocket launcher here. Jill also finds a rocket launcher in the same place. But Leon only finds a shotgun. What a loser. Welp, I have a grenade launcher. I feel powerful. Nothing can stop me now. Ah! Remember how I said that Nemesis can suddenly show up and chase you around? He does that here. I died to him, reloaded my save, and came back here to take the grenade launcher. But it's gone. There's a Magnum instead. I'm pretty sure the game uses a dynamic difficulty. If you die even once, the game decides to help you. See how there's only 2 blue herbs here? I walk out this door and die to these stupid dogs, so I had to reload my save. When I got back here, boom! Suddenly, there are 3 green herbs here. Way later in the game, there's a place with some tough enemies. I die from a accident. Then I come back, and there's a bunch of regular zombies instead. On the one hand, I appreciate the help. On the other hand, I chose the hard difficulty. Why are you helping me, game? Don't you trust me? Don't you think I can handle it? Yeah, no, you're probably right. You know what? It doesn't matter. I kicked his ass again.
Stars. Stars.
We've got both parts now, which gives us the full Eagle 6.0. I guess there were 5 Eagles before that. This is basically a stronger pistol with a scope. It fires quickly and has a chance to make critical hits, which will make their heads explode like a stuffed watermelon. It's lovely. Now that we've acquired our Master of Unlocking powers, we need to exit the station and go all the way back here to open this door. What was that? What was that? A few minutes later, I see it. It's some kind of big bug. It climbs on my back and I'd rather not talk about it. Even though we're outside most of the time, the game finds ways to make you feel claustrophobic, as though you were somewhere inside a really cramped place. Mainly by forcing you to go inside of actually small, cramped places. The few big open spaces still feel kind of small, because everything is blocked by barricades, and fire, and corpses. Can't forget about the corpses. By the way, it's something I should have mentioned all the way in Resident Evil 1. Always check corpses. They may seem like they're just part of the background, but they usually have ammo on them. We take shelter in some restaurant and meet a Spanish comrade. I don't wanna be racist, but I think he's Spanish.
What's that?
Calm down, lady. I'm no zombie. My name's Carlos, Corporal of Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Force. What's your name?
Jill, did you just say you belong to Umbrella's army?
Yeah, We came all the way out here to save you civilians, but the mission went bad the minute we landed.
How did he find me?
Did he say he's from Umbrella? No time to think about that. We need to throw a lamp at the big scary monster. And then they all died. The end. No? Oh, too bad.
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
You could have barbecued both of us!
Yeah, and we would have been delicious. Nemesis didn't get a scratch on him. Are you okay there, buddy? You can come out now. Don't be shy. You can let Carlos deal with him while you go collect your prize. If you pick the same option as me, Nemesis will drop a first aid box, which can store up to 3 spray cans. We got what we needed from him, so we leave this fine establishment.
I need to ask you something. Why did Umbrella send your team here?
Our mission is to rescue the civilians.
How kind of you. Considering Umbrella caused all this in the first place, those liars!
Look, we're just mercenaries, hired hands. No time for talking. If you can believe me, then join us. Think about it!
Well, on the one hand, he's working for Umbrella, and we can't trust them. On the other hand, he was very persuasive.
Think about it!
Because we didn't subdue Nemesis, he's still walking around here. As far as I can tell, there's no point in beating him here. He's not gonna drop anything. But I still did it to prove my dominance, my superiority over this bold tentacle stalker. We get inside this building and everything is falling apart. Nowhere is safe. Upstairs, we find a green gem. We also found a blue one at the police station, and it's important because, man, will you stop molesting me for 1 second? It's important because we need to use both of them here, which allows us to open the gates to the Raccoon City Hall, which somehow leads us to a gas station where I attempt to use a crank to open this. Come on, Jill, you broke it. You're not good with working shafts. We need someone who knows what she's doing.
Leave it to me, I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
After making some zombies explode, we come across a train occupied by Russians. No, seriously.
You're one of the survivors from the rescue team, right? I just ran into your teammate, Carlos.
How did a girl like you manage to survive?
Hey, I'm no ordinary civvy. I'm a member of STARS.
STARS? You mean the RPD Special Force Team?
Hey, is someone wounded back there?
No, he's just taking a nap and some ketchup. It's fun, I do it all the time.
Oh, this looks bad.
They're coming. Get ready! Fire! Fire! Stay together!
I think he's delusional. I'm not sure if it's the loss of blood or because he's an old man.
Calm down. You're safe now. Everything is gonna be okay.
Don't lie to him, Jill. You just said...
Oh, this looks bad.
No, don't come any closer.
So these are what's left of the so-called rescue team. There's Carlos, Sergeant Nikolai, or Nikolai. He doesn't really trust Jill. There's also the guy that was bleeding to death back there. I know how to speak Russian, and the way he says his name is funny to me.
But Sergeant, we need her help. Our unit's down to you, me, and Lieutenant Mikhail, and Lieutenant Mikhail, and Lieutenant Mikhail, and Lieutenant Mikhail. That's it. And Mikhail's hurt bad.
Now, I'm not one to laugh at someone's accent. I have my own pronunciation problems. And I do like Carlos, but Mikhail.
Mikhail, that's it. If we don't cooperate, we won't be walking away from this mission.
Fine. Then let's go over our plan. We're moving to the clock tower area, which is the designated landing zone for the extraction chopper. Once we get there and give the signal, the chopper will fly in and pull us out.
So the rescue team ended up needing a rescue. The plan is to go to some clock tower and wait for a helicopter to get us out of here. Clock towers are always safe in horror games, but we can't just walk there on foot because it's too dangerous. So we're gonna use this train. But we can't use it right now because it's broken, just like everything in my life. So now we need to go on a long fetch quest and find some items to fix it. Carlos keeps being useful and gives us a vest. Now we have 2 more inventory slots, 10 in total. At this point, I started thinking of something. No, it's not what you're thinking, you weirdo. Get a hold of yourself. Listen to me. Listen. Okay, so the Spencer mansion in the first game had weird puzzles, but that was intentional. It was made by a crazy dude for crazy experiments. In the second game, the police station had weird puzzles. That was explained by saying it was originally a museum, which doesn't actually explain anything, but whatever. At least it's something, I guess. But why does the whole city has weird puzzles? Why does a statue of the mayor have a battery inside of its buttocks? Was the whole city built by the same person who made the Spencer mansion? And there's a few of these weird puzzles scattered around. Was the whole city supposed to be a museum? Nothing strange here. Nope. Nothing out of the ordinary. Well, actually, I guess it is normal at this point. Nobody called pest control, so we run away from more demon bugs, and then...
Wait!
What did you do?
I think it's pretty obvious, Jill. He gave him the old Stalin treatment.
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
Okay, makes sense. Why are you shaking so much? Are you cold? Well, I guess it would be cold in that outfit. Nikolai seems suspicious, but he made some good points, so we'll leave him alone for now. I'm tired. Let's watch some TV.
Joseph!
Nah.
Die!
No.
Heisenberg says relax.
Nope.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm relaxed.
I've seen that already.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I...
How did that get here? Oh, a commercial for Aqua Cure. What does it do? Give you a cure from water? This isn't random, by the way. It's a password for this door. Why would they use a commercial as a password for a secret storage? We go inside and find one of the items we need, only to get interrupted by like a million zombies. I guess they were also cold, so they all decided to come snuggle up inside. You want to get warmer? Here, I'll help you out. And you know what? I'm gonna shoot this pipe and hit myself up too. I don't even care that I'm taking damage from it. We go back to check on Nikolai, but he's gone. She only comments on his PC. It's like she wanted his laptop to survive more than him. Yeah, makes sense.
He was as good as dead.
If fighting all of these zombies wasn't bad enough for you, Nemesis shows up. And he's got his rocket launcher again. He's a hulking beast. Why does he need a weapon? I've seen his tentacles, and they are long, so I don't think he's compensating for anything. I used the eagle pistol I got from him to blow up his rocket launcher, and eventually defeat him again, which makes him drop more weapon parts. We'll get the other part soon. Oh, and you can go back to that storage from the beginning and find the corpse of that asshole. He died in vain. At least if he listened and went outside with me, I could have used him as a meat shield. No! After a few minor hiccups, we encounter Nemesis again, because he really likes us.
Stars, stars, stars.
And Lieutenant Mikhail.
This was probably the hardest fight for me. His grabs are bullshit. Even when I dodge, he still manages to catch me. I almost started crying, but that's unrelated. I even tried to give him some cheese by getting him stuck here. He eventually managed to get loose. After about 2 hours, I'm not joking. After using up all of my healing items, I finally defeat him and claim my prize. I am now the proud owner of this sawed-off shotgun. Look at that. She reloads like the Terminator from that old movie. I forgot what it's called.
Mikhail!
I finally get all of the items I need. I finally get back to the train, and I finally fix it.
It looks like we're ready to go.
Okay. Nikolai won't be joining us.
I understand.
Well, he took it pretty well. Hey, your commander is dead. Yeah, okay.
I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
He starts the train, and we head towards the clock tower. But then...
Mikhail! Hey, what's going on in the back?
I don't know. Why don't you check it out? You're the big macho man. Fine, I'll go. This better not be Nemesis again. Of course it's Nemesis. He's angry that I stole all of his weapons. He's about to get us, but we get saved by...
Mikhail!
Jill! Get out of the cable car, now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
Just a little closer.
Mikhail.
Wow. Thanks, bro. Even though you were badly injured, you still took him on all by yourself. What an absolute legend. I'll never forget you. What was your name again?
Lieutenant Mikhail.
Mikhail!
Mikhail. Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Lieutenant Mikhail.
Mikhail!
Mikhail.
We get to choose between jumping off and stopping the train. I decide to stop it, because jumping from a moving train is probably painful. Jill hits the emergency brakes, which almost causes the train to crash. At least we got rid of Nemesis, right? Jill survived the train accident, and now she can finally... get off! I don't wanna die and restart the whole thing. Jill survived the train accident, and now she can finally get inside of the clock tower. This is where they were gathering all of the civilians. They were hiding here, which means that this is a safe place without any zombies. I barely managed to get out of there, and I find Carlos. He doesn't think we're going to be evacuated. He starts panicking and acting like a little boy. So Jill gently taps him on the face.
You don't get it. They have no intention of letting us make it back alive. Do you really think we can trust their great evacuation plan? Huh, it's just a piece of paper.
But we don't have any other choice than to trust them right now.
No. If we're gonna die, then we should get to choose when it happens.
Okay.
Ouch!
You're wounded! What kind of demon attacked you? So that's it then, huh? You're giving up?
No. I can't handle it.
Way, I can't handle it. I'm gonna go cry in my room. Ray. Cry baby.
Ouch!
While he's busy sucking on his pacifier, we find a corpse of an Umbrella mercenary with a minesweeper, a mine thrower, and a note. It states that their mission was to evacuate the civilians into this clock tower. You might have noticed they failed to do that. They could barely evacuate themselves. It also explains that in order to call the rescue chopper, we need to ring the bell at the top of the clock tower. So I guess the helicopter has been flying nearby all of this time and waiting, just wasting fuel. The bell isn't working, and because this is a Resident Evil game, we need to solve a stupid music puzzle in order to fix it. I guess this is better than calling a mechanic or something. It's less expensive. The obsessive bald guy shows up again. You have the option of flashing him. No, not the way you think. Flashing him with the light, you pervert. you rascal, and then pushing him down, because somehow this woman is strong enough to move this giant behemoth. Or you can chuck him until he faints, which is the better option because he drops another first aid box. Why does he even have that? We solve another stupid puzzle, a puzzle with tiny clocks inside of a big clock tower. We get some gears, put them inside of this machinery, and now the bell is finally working. We can get out of here. The helicopter hears the bell. It flies over. There's happy music playing in the background. We can leave this nightmare behind.
It's finally over. Huh?
Yeah. Goddamn asshole. Didn't I destroy your rocket launcher earlier? How many do you have? After everything we've been through, after everything that's happened, this monster keeps persisting, and he's about to get us. Fortunately, Carlos stopped being a baby and comes to the rescue. Nice going, dude. You managed to kill him. Ah, come on! He just doesn't give up. You have to at least appreciate his persistence. If all of us had at least half of his persistence, we would have more success in life. Wait, why does it say virus? Is she sick? Did she catch a cold? I told you she was cold earlier. No, actually, when he poked Jill with his tentacle, he injected her with a strain of the T virus. She's infected now. Even if she somehow kills him, she would still die, and Nemesis would complete his mission. It doesn't matter right now. We have to survive. He doesn't have his rocket launcher anymore. He has some new moves instead, but they actually make him less dangerous. They're more telegraphed, and this large, circular arena makes them even easier to avoid. Having said that, he can still kill you in a few seconds. After taking so much damage, he's still not giving up. You really feel the desperation kicking in. Even though this isn't the final boss fight, it sure feels climactic. After a long and tense fight, the Nemesis succumbs to his wounds and takes a nap inside of a fire, because that's what you should do when you're injured.
Carlos!
Jill! Jill! Hey, don't die on me. Jill! Jill!
Stop yelling. She's not dead. You're so emotional.
Jill! Jill! Mikhail!
Carlos?
It looks like our roles have been reversed from when we originally met, huh? Don't worry, Jill. This chapel is safe.
No, it's not. We're inside of the clock tower. There's tons of zombies here. Like I said earlier, she's been infected. She doesn't really feel it, but she knows it. It's kind of bleak.
If I turn into a zombie, don't hesitate. I want your word that you'll kill me.
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
By the way, she was lying here for like 2 or 3 days. If you'll remember, the game started at
September 28th, daylight.
But right now, it's
October 1st, night. I woke up to the sound of falling rain. I can't believe I'm still alive.
Me neither. I guess he was just looking at her for like 40, 50 or 60 hours. We play as Carlos now. He has a pistol and an assault rifle, which is pretty powerful. But no healing items? You know, you could have taken a few first aid sprays from Jill. She's not using them right now. We need to find a cure for Jill. So it's a good thing there's a hospital owned by Umbrella literally 10 feet from the clock tower. What are the odds? We go inside and... Oh shit, it's a hunter. He attacks as soon as the cutscene ends, just like last time. Can't say I missed that. We investigate the hospital and get ambushed, but this time it's not a monster. It's a human. He's a mercenary like Carlos, but he doesn't know who to trust. He was shot and claims that there's a traitor.
Yeah, you know him. The one with the gray hair and the ugly mug. I can't believe he had the guts to shoot me. That traitor! You mean Nikolai?
Nice knowing you? Nice to meet you? Why didn't he just say the name of the traitor? I hate when characters do that, where they give you fancy descriptions instead of just telling you who they're talking about. Let's see, it's someone you know, he has gray hair, he's old, oh, and he really likes to play bingo while listening to old Stalin speeches. Take a guess, come on, please guess. Dude, you're bleeding out. You don't have time to play 20 questions. I don't even need to show you all of this so-called build-up and mystery. Of course he was talking about Nikolai. He's the only other mercenary we've encountered, and he was acting suspicious. And he's Russian. Somehow they're always the bad guys in these types of stories. We find a note about creating vaccines. Just what I needed. Thanks, doctor who wrote it before he died. After about 5 minutes of fiddling, I complete this puzzle and get the vaccine medium. There's some weird frog creatures inside of tubes. There's no way they're gonna come out, right? Yeah, okay. The game is even heavier on the action now. The horror in survival horror is drifting further and further away. But it can still be tense. There's still those moments when you walk into a seemingly empty room and suddenly you hear footsteps. Then you find out a hunter was just heading to his desk, but you gun him down anyway, because you're the real monster. I like how they twitch before their body finally gives up. Okay, I'm a monster too. Why is there a touch plate puzzle in a hospital? Is this normal? I don't think that's normal. We find a vaccine base inside of a safe and combine it with a medium, and voila! We just made a vaccine for the most powerful virus ever. Who said you need a medical degree to create vaccines? I guess anyone can do it, as long as they have machines that do all of the work. As we're about to head back to jail, we realize that Nikolai planted bombs while we were playing doctor. We run away outside, everything blows up, along with all of the documents and evidence concerning this virus. Nikolai was ordered by Umbrella to cover up this mess. He's basically the Wesker of this game.
I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella. What? Don't come this way! No!
Classic. There was a hospital here. It's gone now. There was a hole here. It's gone now. We head back and our best buddy shows up for the 50th time. Because of Carlos, he lost his rocket launcher and his shirt. So instead, he has way more tentacles and he's pissed. On the other hand, I have no healing items and get my ass kicked. He just tossed me away like I was a piece of garbage. I fight him again, and I don't know what happened to him, he just froze. He looks like he's having fun? Maybe he started daydreaming about slamming Jill instead. Whatever it was, I took advantage of that. I defeat him, but then I realized that I could have just run away instead of wasting all of my bullets, so that's nice. Carlos gets to the sleeping princess and gives her the antidote. If you do beat Nemesis, like I did, the dialogue will be slightly different, less hopeless.
We barely made it. How do you feel?
I'm okay. What happened to you?
I just fought with that monster. I've got some bad news. Nikolai's still alive.
But I thought he was dead.
That guy doesn't know the meaning of the word dead.
What is he after?
I don't know. All I know is that he is our enemy.
If you don't beat him, Carlos basically shits himself because of Nemesis.
What's going on?
No way! That monster just doesn't give up!
What? I thought we killed that thing!
No, it's been waiting for you!
He's playing with us. Carlos, do you think that it's unstoppable?
No, I don't think so.
In both versions, he says that he has something to take care of and runs away. It's never stated what it was, so it's probably just the developer's way of getting rid of him for now. Because now it's Jill's turn to kick Nemesis' ass. Why is he running like Naruto? He's way easier in this form. You can run laps behind him while he's stuck in his tentacle animations. You're getting rusty, man. You're pathetic. This time, he drops an assault rifle, like the one Carlos has. I think I only used it towards the end of the game. Do you think Nemesis keeps coming back because he's secretly a masochist who enjoys getting beat up? It's a nice day to go to the park. Why? I don't know. It's close to the clock tower and it's the only place we can go. Stop asking me questions. I didn't know park meant cemetery. The infection is so horrible, zombies start coming out of the ground in a cemetery. Does that mean that people who were buried here long ago are coming back to life because the virus leaked into their graves? Or maybe these people weren't dead and they were just hanging down there? We find a note about how Umbrella used Carlos and the mercenaries as guinea pigs. That's not very nice. They wanted to see how well they would handle this kind of situation, so they could collect better data and... Wait a second. Isn't that the plot of Resident Evil 1, just on a much bigger scale? We find a cabin with a secret entrance inside the fireplace. We just need to find something to break it. Something like this big pipe. Hey Jill, I guess you do know how to work a shaft. Okay, I'll stop making these jokes. They are tasteless, moronic, and childish. Nah. Inside, we find some kind of headquarters with 2 notes. The first one talks about how the whole city will be obliterated very soon. I'm sure it's nothing serious. The other note talks about turning POWs into zombies and sending them back home so they would infect everyone. Isn't that basically the plot of Resident Evil 4? It also mentions the cute, giant alligator from RE2. You know, the one who got his head blown off in a spectacular way. Don't show this to PETA. We also get the official mention of Nemesis. In-game, we didn't know what his name was up until now. As long as we didn't look at the title screen, that is. We go back and encounter Nikolai the traitor. He confirms what we already know, that Umbrella was using all of us because they are assholes, but even they did not think it would be this bad.
Our employers wanted a detailed analysis of the zombie beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although the conditions encountered on this operation were extreme, it was an unexpected outcome that the team would be wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects. Another mutant!
So did he just came here to tell me all of that? He didn't even try to kill me. Was he just bored? That wasn't a random earthquake, by the way. When you give the T-virus to spiders, they become big spiders. When you give it to snakes, they become big snakes. And if a large amount of the virus is stored underground, where all of the maggots and worms are, you get this.
What's going on? Whoa! What is that?
A giant, pulsating worm creature with a big mouth is fighting against a female in a survival horror game? This reminds me of something. This thing will mostly stay underground, but will pop up occasionally for some Jill sandwich. But after dealing enough damage, you can turn things around. You can turn him into food instead. At some point, he'll go back down and create another earthquake, which will then allow you to knock down some lights to electrify the water, which will then turn him into fried chicken. Now we just need to wait for my meal to be ready. Some people would say that it's disgusting to eat a giant mutated worm, but these people are stupid. Look at how skinny Jill is. She has to eat something. After a delicious dinner, we climb up here and somehow end up down in a sewer. We take a nice, relaxing bath in some toxic water, climb a ladder, and get back to the park, which eventually leads us to this bridge, where we get forced into the latest hentai audition.
No!
Stars.
I choose to jump off because I don't want to be molested, and... wait, couldn't he jump down after her? He did jump up to get to her, but not down? I guess he's scared of heights. An opening leads us to the obligatory lab section of the game. Okay, it's actually more of a waste disposal factory, but there is a lab here because it's tradition. We get to this puzzle where you need to adjust 3 lines according to the line at the top. I remember people complaining a lot about it. I solved it in like 3 minutes. Easy peasy. It unlocks some door. The people who worked here were ordered to shoot random civilians who might accidentally stumble into this place. That's nice, but if the civilians surrender, they don't need to kill them. They can just use them for experiments instead. Fresh guinea pigs. And you don't even need to pay them. That's smart.
That's right.
This is probably them.
Rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
Thanks, Carlos. I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill. They're going to launch a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks.
When he says a missile is coming, what he actually means is a fucking nuke. And it's going to land here very soon. So that's inconvenient. We saw it in that note from the cabin. The government realized that it's impossible to save Raccoon City at this point. In order to prevent the zombies from getting outside of the city, they decided to just blow everything up. Sure, why not? Ah, he put his hand on her face, while both of them are standing in literal piss and shit. This is so romantic. We keep exploring and get shot by Nikolai, but he gives up after missing a few shots.
Nikolai?
He runs away and locks the door behind him. We need to find a keycard to unlock it. While searching for it, I stumbled into a boss fight. Guess who it is? Come on, guess. Come on. Do it, guess. Come on, take a guess. Take a guess already. Why are you so difficult? It's Nemesis. Of course it's Nemesis. Jill dodges his attack, which makes him accidentally hit this handle. It gets mad and starts pissing all over him. Now that's humiliating. I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't want to know. The important thing here is that it does a lot of damage to him. It even stuns him for a few seconds. After taking some bullets and a nice golden shower, he goes down. And I guess he fell really hard and shook the ground because it causes a keycard to slide down from this nice dead doctor. And what do you know? It's the exact one we need to open this door. What are the odds? Meanwhile, the floor randomly opens up and the unconscious Nemesis gets dropped into some disgusting waste. So now he gets a poop shower as well. Side note, I still don't know why it's a tradition in these games that when you get to the lab, you have to fight naked zombies. But that's what we do. We get to some kind of control room and find a radar that will show us the direction of the missile. Which doesn't really matter, I think. It's not like knowing its direction will help us run away from a goddamn nuclear missile. Oh, and Nikolai wants to talk to us.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from here.
Nikolai, you asshole! Of course I'm gonna return fire. Is that a Hind D?
A Hind D?
Wait. Help me understand. You have your own helicopter, you know that everything is about to blow up, and yet you're choosing to fight me instead of flying away to safety? Yeah, you deserve to die. Carlos shows up 1 second after I defeat him. I could have used your help, you know. He's suddenly filled with determination.
This isn't over yet! I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance!
Nice. Glad to see you're not a little bitch anymore.
Mikhail!
He pushes some buttons, and surprisingly, he picks up a signal. Whoever it is, he calls Jill by name. How did he know that she was here?
Please come in, Jill. Here, are you there to come? Come in.
We try to call him back, but he doesn't answer. He ghosts us. Typical man, am I right? See? I can make fun of everybody. Carlos tries to find a way out of here, and then we realize that we're almost out of time.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Shit. It's actually coming. I just assumed they were bluffing. An emergency exit opened up. We climb down and fight precisely one naked zombie. I guess the other ones just gave up. Good for them. It's kind of terrifying seeing a fucking nuke slowly approaching your location, knowing there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's some existential horror. Also, here's the body of Mr. X. It's probably not the same one from RE2. I guess they were sent here to wipe out all of the survivors, which they did, but in the process they also died fighting. That's actually some nice environmental storytelling. And here's another one, fully transformed. Maybe they're actually just sleeping? Killing a lot of people can make you tired. Or, so I've heard.
I was just joking. He was dead when I got here. Honest. I was just joking. Anyway, I gotta run.
Remember how Nemesis fell into all of that toxic waste? He became fused with all of the trash and the viruses inside. And now he's... this. I'm sorry for ruining this moment, but I have to point out how it looks like Nemesis is eating Mr. X's genitals. Okay, I didn't have to point it out, but I wanted to. Shut up. I'm not sure if you have to do it, but if you push these batteries, you can power up this massive railgun that is just conveniently sitting here. I'm assuming he lost a lot of brain cells and he's operating purely on instinct. In other words, he's a dum-dum. He's stupid, which means you can make him chase you around and lead him right in front of it, where he gets shot. But it's not enough. He also doesn't die from the rocket launcher, which is always supposed to kill the final boss in one shot. After getting hit with 4 rockets, he gets hit by the railgun for the second and final time. He flies away, and finally, he's out of the picture. He has bitten the dust. He was destroyed. He was unalive. No, I'm not gonna use that stupid word. We're about to leave this nightmare behind. But wait, there's more. He's still alive. He just won't quit. We get a final choice. Fight one more time or leave him here to die. I chose to end it with style. After hearing him say stars like 50 times,
Stars, 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 stars,
Mikhail!
stars, 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 stars.
After hearing all of that, Jill can finally say stars back to him. She gets a random magnum from the floor, even though she already had one, empties the entire gun on him, and delivers the iconic finishing line.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Now he's finally dead. But just in case. Unfortunately, it's too early to celebrate. We still have that little pesky nuclear missile to worry about. Jill gets outside, followed by Carlos. Remember the person who tried contacting Jill earlier? He arrives in a helicopter just in time to save us. We get on board and find out we were just rescued by...
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Whoa, that was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Just a moment.
It's Barry. He flew all the way here just to save us. What a gigachad. I guess he felt bad for betraying us in RE1, and now for the ending. These games always end with a really big explosion. It's tradition. In the first game, the whole mansion self-destructs. In the second, the underground lab explodes. Even a train decides to self-destruct. And here, the whole city self-destructs. The original trilogy goes out with a literal nuclear bang.
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
She's like, okay, that's it. Now Umbrella is going down. Turning everyone into zombies is one thing, but causing the city to blow up? No. Now I'm gonna take them seriously and take them down. After she escaped, Jill wanted to join Chris to defeat Umbrella. I don't know why she didn't do it sooner. Unfortunately, she couldn't find him. The only two possible choices are he was either kidnapped or he was at the gym punching some boulders. No, that joke will never get old. She can feel he's still alive, so she starts searching for him. There's actually more endings, but you have to beat the game 8 times to see all of them. They're not actually alternative endings, they just show you what the other characters were up to during the events of the game. Barry was getting ready to save Jill, because he did feel bad about his betrayal. Chris is actually fine. He left a note to his sister Claire about how he's going to fight Umbrella, and later discovers that she was looking for him, but went missing, which sets up the events of the next canonical game. We shall get to it eventually.
Oh yeah, that felt good!
Before that, during the ending of RE2, Leon basically told Claire to piss off and go look for Chris, while he and Sherry go to a hospital.
This is just the beginning.
Sherry was later questioned by some government dude. He probably wanted to just talk to her and maybe detain her after the incident. She was infected with the G virus after all, she could be useful. Leon then talks to the same guy, I think, and tells him to stop harassing little girls. The shady dude basically tells him, fine, I will harass you instead. I will forget about her as long as you do what I say, which is probably when Leon becomes a government agent, which then leads to Resident Evil 4.
It worked!
He also decided that he doesn't want to be a ginger anymore, maybe because...
Don't you think blondes have more fun?
Speaking of Resident Evil 4, Ada is alive. Obviously, hot Asian women don't die so easily, even if she did get slammed really hard by a big muscular man. Why does everything I say sound so sexual? It does say that she was crying, which is something we never see her do, so that's nice, I guess? Oh, there's also Hank, the fourth survivor, or Mr. Death. We get to see his face. That's it. After Jill and the others escaped, a news broadcast shows the destruction. It's revealed it was the president's decision to destroy the city. It was wiped off the map. There was no other choice. That's a shame.
Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
That's a shame.
Resident Evil 3 was a major step for the franchise, a step towards bombastic action. It introduced some gameplay elements that you don't really see in classic survival horror games, stuff that would become a major part of the series moving forward. Stuff like the quick turn, the dodging mechanic, which is kind of like a quick-time event, which is something that would stick around for a while, tons of enemies on screen, really gigantic bosses, even red barrels that you can shoot and blow up. Basically everything to make this game more action-oriented, more fast-paced. And of course, the mercenaries. Yeah, this is the first game to have it. You can choose between Carlos, Nikolai, and my favorite character,
Lieutenant Mikhail!
Mikhail!
Each of them has different weapons and items. There's even some kind of story here. They have a bomb inside of them. If they reach their destination before it blows up, then it won't blow up.
Welcome. The rules are simple. In order to dispose of the bomb implanted in your body, you must reach the target point. Keep in mind that there will be various obstacles in your way, so do not be afraid to use whatever means necessary to reach your goal. Good luck.
You have a limited amount of time. You can increase it by killing enemies or even rescuing civilians. They probably die off screen 2 seconds later, but that's not important. The sequels did the mercenaries better, but this is still good. It's cool, it's fun, which is what I can say about Resident Evil 3 as a whole. It's a fun game, but it's different. It's not tense because of the atmosphere, like RE1. It's tense because of the sheer number of enemies you have to deal with, and because of this douchebag. It lost the spooky feel of the original which was already kind of lost in RE2, it's more linear with less exploration, but it retains the gameplay feel. It still uses the fixed camera, the tank controls, and the cool pre-rendered backgrounds. It still felt like a classic Resident Evil game. Well, that was about to change. Kind of. This was the point where the horror said goodbye to the franchise. It left to buy some milk and did not return for like 20 years. You'll see what I mean. Thanks for watching up until now. Like, subscribe, do all of the YouTube stuff. Next up is...
Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here and where is your family?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it! Shut up! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!
I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!
I don't want to talk about it!
Shut up!